On this corner of Northwest Portland is shelter for those living outside. In the mayor's race to open 1,500 shelter beds, the city opened the Northrup shelter in September, despite major pushback from the community. The neighboring apartment complex even sued the city, alleging mismanagement of the site. We talked with Mayor Keith Wilson about this Tuesday.
We're now learning that the Northrup shelter will soon close. That faced a lot of controversy. What went into that decision making? It's been open for less than a year.
Yeah, it's not about the Northrup shelter, and I liked how you said it faced a lot of controversy. I would say I've faced a lot of controversy from day one. So it wasn't a specific deliverable, it was the system at large, but I'm proud of the success that we've had as a city. Now, the Northrup facility is our highest cost facility, and in a cut exercise like we're in, we have to focus on the highest cost parts of our system, and that was the Northrup shelter.
I'm very impressed with the mayor.
Todd Zarnitz is the director of the Northwest District Association and a past critic of the shelter.
This, for the first time, we've seen, this time from the mayor for the first time, say that, oh, well, this isn't performing the way we thought. Let's do something different. I think this is fantastic.
Mayor Wilson is proposing $18 million in cuts to the city's shelter services as the city faces a record $163 million budget shortfall.
Mayor Wilson, you've spent the past year really emphasizing the need to expand overnight shelter capacity. So how do you reconcile that with cuts to shelter services? And what do you say to those who feel this reverses all the progress that you have promised?
This is going to be very difficult this next year. I don't want to discount the difficulties, but we're looking at strategic cuts right now, and where we can, reducing our highest cost shelter system to focus on how do we work with our alternative, our task sites, and our overnight in a flexible system, making sure that we're always going to have an empty bed available for somebody that night.
The mayor is also proposing the city keep more than $30 million that would otherwise go to Multnomah County to fund homeless services. The county chair says this was expected. Here's part of our conversation.
Should responsibility for homeless services shift more clearly to one level of government?
You know, I think that both the city and the county are deeply invested in the success of moving people from homelessness into housing.
What immediate programs or services will likely be cut or scaled back due to this loss in funding?
Yeah, so, the reality is that we were using those city dollars in many different ways, including funding shelter beds with those dollars, funding transitional housing, funding some programmatic work. And so we're looking at that.
How will the county fill this $30 million gap?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways that that in my proposed budget, I've looked to fill the gap. And that includes closing some of the shelter beds, really focusing on making sure that we're keeping those people who are currently housed, looking at some of the administrative work that's being done and trying to make some cuts there.
So Portland City Council and the Multnomah County Commissioners are meeting next Tuesday, a joint meeting where they'll talk about the chair and mayor's proposed budgets and how they can work together. Now, the mayor's proposed budget covers a lot more than just shelter services. For a full breakdown, you can head to our website, kgw.com. But it's worth noting, the mayor is also proposing cuts to the police and fire bureaus. So we wanted to hear from them. But they told us they had been directed not to talk with the media about it, and instead pointed us to the city's central communications team. So I asked the mayor about that today. Listen. Why have bureaus, including police and fire, been directed not to speak with the media about your budget proposal?
I don't know about them not speaking with media in that regard. I can explain that, with this new structure and us having an executive mayor now, we are one city and we are doing our best to speak with one voice. Perhaps it's just they want to be supportive, but I haven't specifically said they can't speak with media.
They said they're being directed to the press, to you.
I have not directed any team member not to speak with the media.
Portland Police said the direction came from the mayor and city administrator, though we did get a statement from Portland Police Chief Bob Day responding to the proposed cuts to the police bureau, which include potential cuts to police training, overtime hours, and patrol vehicles, along with 911 dispatch staff. Chief Day tells us in part, cuts of this magnitude will have real and substantial impacts on our personnel, operations, and ability to deliver services at current levels. These are not minor adjustments and will require careful evaluation of every aspect of our work to ensure we continue to provide core public safety services. Okay, but now we want to hear from you. Did anything that the mayor or the county chair say stand out to you? What do you think the city should or shouldn't cut? Let us know. Email the story at kgw.com or call and leave us a voicemail, 503-226-5090.